before we go, we got to discuss Comic-Con, which you didn't see any news about.
I know a few things, but I was waiting until everything came out so I could actually like read it and see it and do it.
So as I already stated before we actually start the show, Blade is back.
They don't have the same guy, which they should continue to do, I feel like.
But they got Mahershala Ali, who played Cottonmouth in Luke Cage and died. Mm-hmm. They're gonna make a movie about the Eternals, which I don't know anything about.
I know a little bit, but it's one of those like, it's confusing. It's really confusing to try and explain to somebody who doesn't.
I read up about it. It's basically aliens that are immortal and that influence our history or something.
And it's supposed to kind of like lead into the mutants. That's what it was at one point. Oh. It could be. They're maybe doing something
but
different.
Angelina Jolie's going to be in this, Salma Hayek.
And didn't they have it, they did Millie Bobby Brown, how do you say her name? The girl from Stranger Things and Godzilla. They said that they were getting her to be in the Eternals.
I don't see her now. I see Richard Madden, Don Lee, Brian Tyree Henry, Kumail Nanjiani.
You're naming off people I don't know.
The only ones I know is Angelina Jolie, Salma Hayek, and Richard Madden.
Okay.
Richard Madden's the guy in Game of Thrones, isn't he?
I think so.
I think. Yeah.
Let's
or is either, I know that name. I think it is.
I saw the thing for Picard.
This is crazy right here. This announcement. Somebody put this on Facebook and I didn't even believe them. Natalie Portman's coming back as Thor.
I see it.
Because they did that in the comic.
They did it in the comic. So
her character, what's her name in the Jane Foster.
Jane Foster, and Thor goes missing. She has the hammer. She's trying to find him. While wielding the hammer, she gets cancer and shaves her head so she doesn't look the same when she's not holding the hammer. She looks totally different when she holds the hammer. And she's on a whole mission to find him because he goes missing. So I don't know about that because they said Thor 4 was supposed to be like him going into space with the Guardians of the Galaxy and supposedly starting his space adventures, which leads into a bunch of other characters that they wanted to bring in. So
like the Eternals.
Like the Eternals. Who else? There was somebody else. Adam Warlock.
Yep.
Like that one was like I was surprised he didn't show up in Endgame, truthfully.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I get what they're probably trying to do, use him with Phase 4. So
yep.
I don't.
But it's called Thor: Love and Thunder, which is kind of a weird name.
Are they sure it's not for the comic though? Are they sure?
What do you mean?
Like it could be another turn with the comics. It may not be for a movie.
No, this is a movie.
It's for a movie?
This is going to be the next movie. And they're bringing back that New Zealand director. Yeah. I forget his name.
Yeah, the one he did.
He did Ragnarok.
Yeah, I loved Ragnarok.
So
if he's coming back, I'm okay. I'm cool with it.
And I don't know if they revealed. Well, of course they mentioned Black Widow.
Yep, we knew about Black Widow.
I don't know if they talked at length about these other ones.
I know they did one with Picard for Star Trek. I knew about that one.
Yeah. Shang-Chi, The Legend of Ten Rings.
Yeah. It's supposed to be the Chinese super awesome guy with martial arts who's supposed to wield. I can't remember, but it's like some kind of spirit that's very similar.
Sounds like the Mandarin, but...
I think it's very similar to kind of like how Iron Fist is, but different.
No.
If I remember correctly.
They got another Doctor Strange. This is called Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun if I know.
And they got. I thought this was a joke. I really did think some of these were a joke. They got they got Loki. They got a Loki movie. I don't know
what it's a Loki series.
A series, okay.
Plus.
They got the Falcon and Winter Soldier.
which is also on Disney Plus.
And then they got one called WandaVision.
Yeah, it's Wanda and Vision. Their time. It's supposed to be their time together, in between all of that. So I don't.
And then they got a What If movie. You know those old Marvel comics where they What If?
What if so and so did this instead of this?
I remember the only one I really remember extensively. They had What If Wolverine went back in time and traded place with Conan. And Conan.
That would actually be pretty interesting.
Conan took Wolverine's place during the whole Phoenix saga.
Okay, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And he like knocks out Cyclops. And because Cyclops gets knocked out, Jean Grey goes out of control and like kills everybody. So he like destroys the universe or something like that. Yep. So I guess I don't have any more information, but I guess that's what they got to.
Probably what on the lines that they're probably going to do. Now, did you see that they want to do the guy who did the Kingsman, Eggsy? They want him to be the new Wolverine. What do you feel about that?
Nah, I don't see that.
I don't either. Like, I'm kind of disappointed. It's like,
no, is that for real? Marvel wants him to be.
They announced that he's going to be the new Wolverine. From what I read.
That's going to be terrible.
My thing is, Wolverine has come and gone. It's time to let him go. Like, they closed off his chapter with Logan. They need to let him go.
But they're going to reboot all the X-Men, aren't they? They have to.
They're going to. But that's the thing. Like,
this is the thing. They've already rebooted.
Can you see anybody else besides Hugh Jackman being Wolverine? Can you see anybody else?
They would. It would have to be. Yes, they could do it.
Who?
It's got to be some like an Australian guy. It's got to be. Look, and I told this story to Kurt when we did a show, and this was probably back in 1995 or something. I had a roster of people I thought should be in an X-Men movie. This is before they came out with X-Men, before there was any talk of X-Men. Mm-hmm. I thought Mel Gibson should be Wolverine. Okay, I thought Arnold Schwarzenegger should be Colossus.
Okay, I can see
I
that.
thought, and get this. Get this, and I predicted this. I didn't really predict it. This is who I wanted in my dream team. I wanted Patrick Stewart to be Professor X. So I actually got one right.
Yeah, he's an amazing Professor X.
If you think about Mel Gibson is Australian, right? He's not that different from Hugh Jackman. But by the time they got around to making a movie, I guess he was a little bit too old or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think if they could find somebody in Australia, somebody with that.
Why is it
because those guys from Australia, just think about Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe, Mel Gibson, Hugh Jackman. They all have that
and then you
thing.
have both of the Hemsworth, the guy who plays Thor.
Exactly. Both of those guys, Australia. Those guys have this ruggedness that you can't.
Canada. That's where Logan's originally from, is Canada.
No.
I bet you they can.
It has to be Australia.
They need a loggerman. They need a really buff guy who.
Australia, that's where you get those guys.
Look in Canada. Look in Canada. I bet you're gonna find.
Okay, Ryan Reynolds is from Canada, isn't he?
Yeah. And he plays Deadpool perfectly. So
I just think they need to get somebody from. That's just my feeling. They can get that Hemsworth brother, the other one that married Miley Cyrus.
No.
Maybe.
No.
But I'm just saying they need to get somebody from. They can replace him, but it's got to be Australian.
I guess if they're gonna redo the whole thing, then yeah, I guess they can bring him back. But honestly,
but see, that's the thing. They've already rebooted the X-Men.
Yeah.
That's what First Class was all about, right? And they got all these young actors playing Storm, Cyclops, all those characters.
Well, that's the thing. They pretty much, the way that they ended Phoenix, because I haven't seen it. I was just gonna wait for it to come on DVD.
Yep.
But from what another friend had told me about it, it sounds like that they're totally cutting out all these characters. So they're not going to bring them back. Any of the characters that they already have. So they're gonna totally start over and use the end game with the snap being how mutants are supposed to actually be in this to bring them in.
That'd be interesting.
So I'm okay with that being the case of how they come to be, but then it doesn't make sense for all the stuff to happen in the early like 60s and 70s kind of thing. So all of that is just going to go in the trash, and we're totally starting with a new plane.
They gotta bring Wolverine back though.
Then
they don't have a choice.
They got to bring him back, but
that's what everybody wants.
Yeah.
If they could kill every other X-Men, but they gotta bring Wolverine.
And then this is what I want. I want Wolverine, Deadpool, and Spider-Man all in one room.
Oh my God!
I want that. If we're gonna do that, that's what I want.
I'm getting excited now. You gotta.
I want Deadpool and Spider-Man to make a movie together so bad. You have no idea. That is my favorite team up ever.
I think it's gonna happen.
And then you have it where Deadpool would always somehow meet up with Wolverine. Because they're both kind of like from the same place. And
look, I already think they've set up Deadpool to be in universe because remember the first film they're fighting on the Avengers helicarrier?
Yep.
That was
they set it up for that. They really did.
Yeah, so they wouldn't need to reboot anything. They're not gonna reboot. They're not gonna get anybody other than Ryan Reynolds. So they can just bring him in. And nobody would, I said, they had the helicarrier in the first movie.
All I see is when he shows up, it's going, son of a beep, 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 beep. And they're like, why are you beeping? Oh, I thought it was a PG-13 movie.
Come to think of it, is Blade going to be R-rated?
I think so.
Nah, I don't think so.
I think they announced somewhere, and I saw it. They're doing their first R-rated movie on one of the ones coming up. I think it is Blade. I think they announced. I think
they have to.
R-rated.
There's no way. How you gonna do PG-13
with all vampires, blood, swords, beheading, people dying, body bags, parts hanging everywhere? Yes. Hey, I liked Blade. That was one of the first movies they really did.
And it doesn't get any credit. You always hear people say, "Well, Deadpool was the first R-rated superhero movie." No, Blade was.
And honestly, the first one was awesome.
Yeah.
The second one, I felt they could have done it a little bit different. The third one, like the idea was there. I don't think it was portrayed correctly.
I haven't seen the third one.
Have you not seen it? It's been out forever.
I know. I need to. I have it.
What? How do you have it?
I have it on here, but I've never.
What's wrong with you?
I've never watched it.
I can't say anything. I'm kind of behind with my movies.
Yeah, there's a bunch of movies I need to catch up on. Man, I just, you start working and whatnot.
Mhm. And then everything gets sidetracked. I was like,
But so we got some exciting things ahead of us. This is kind of ambitious for them, though. Some of these titles I see.
Well, have you seen what they're doing for Mulan?
Yeah, I saw that trailer.
They took out Mushu. They took out all. It's not going to be a musical at all.
It looks like.
They said that they wanted.
It looks like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, or something.
Well, it kind of does, but I think they said they wanted to keep true because they're filming there and they have all Chinese cast, which I applaud them for that. Yes, good job.
Yeah, I don't think it would make sense to have Eddie Murphy this serious movie. Hey, what's going?
But come on, he's a little dragon. Let him come on.
That would be weird.
That'd be hilarious.
From what I've seen for that trailer, I said Eddie Murphy's not gonna be in this, obviously.
Yeah. Well, you see that he wanted like $7 million to do a deal with Netflix to actually do a comedy show. I'm like, no, you're not that.
Why not?
$7 million.
$7 million. This is Eddie Murphy.
He's not that funny anymore.
I don't know. I would think people would pay to.
Like, I want to see him. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like he's asking for a bit much. Because what's the last movie he was in?
I don't know. It's been
exactly.
a while.
It's been a while. Where the hell has he been hiding?
I think he's going to do Beverly Hills Cop 4, though.
Is he?
I've heard.
We'll see.
I know he's doing Coming to America, too.
I didn't hear about that. But that's the thing. It's like, where has he been?
That man has so much money. Probably just, I'm going to relax a few years. He's one of those guys. I can relax a few. It don't matter, you know. I'm so rich.
I can do whatever I want and just disappear. How many kids does he have? Maybe they're going
He has 10 kids.
Oh, maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
Was 10 kids by
It's got to be different.
3 women.
Is it 3? I thought it was more than that.
I think it's 3. He's got a lot of kids, though, that man. He's got a kid by Scary Spice.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he denied that kid was his, and she was like, she went and got a paternity test on his ass somehow, and proved that was his kid.
Oh wow. I don't think those were some smart choices. But no, Mulan is supposed to be more historic and more for like the original story, which if I remember correctly, the original story did not end very well for Mulan. I think she was still killed for being a woman.
Well, that trailer was very serious. It looked
It was, and I'm very like, ooh.
Yeah. See, if they're gonna remake something, they need to have some kind of angle that they're going for, something new and inspired. Because if I want to see the original, I just go see the original.
Exactly. I think the only thing that's going to kill people is the fact that they don't have that "Be a man, you must be swift." Because that is the one song from that movie anybody remembers.
Yeah.
Like they probably can't remember the other one. Can you?
No.
Exactly. The other one was pretty much where the soldiers were talking about what kind of woman that they wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But man, the critics are not liking this Lion King either. It's like 55% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
So
I'll give it to Rotten Tomato for that one, but I don't give them to the Godzilla. I was very upset with their stupid.
Oh, what was it for Godzilla?
Oh, it was horrible. They're like, oh, it's all about monsters and whatnot. I was like, no shit, Sherlock.
Well, you know,
I'm
critics.
sorry, it was a good movie, and they did do a whole thing. I actually ended up waiting for the director to release a bunch of stuff, and he actually released what Kong was doing and why he didn't show up, and I was like, oh yeah.
Oh boy,
Oh,
yeah, I
yeah.
forgot they still gonna come out with that.
They're still doing it, and it's still coming out. They said 2020. They're still saying 2020.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
That's gonna be
It's gonna be so good.
I don't know. Godzilla's got fire though.
But Kong does have brains. We can't give him that much.
Yeah.
He's a lot smarter than Godzilla, so I will give him that much. That's it, though. That's it.
But that about wraps it up.
I think went on a little bit more than just planking. I think we need to just have shows and get-togethers where we just literally talk about that other stuff. I think people would appreciate that more than just going on forever with.
Me and Kurt used to do that.
Yeah.
We need to do that.
I'm down for it.
I have more shows like that. But that's all we got, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you whenever we see you. Thanks for watching.